Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you had a very nice weekend and that you are full in shape to come back to your English lesson. An English lesson that will be quite strange since there won't be really a lesson. But you will have an assignment. Okay, you will receive, or probably already had received it. Um, um, an an assignment notice. I would like you to answer it, and I'm going to give you some information about this assignment. Okay, actually, it's something like a questionnaire. It's not something I can call it a quiz, but I would like to have not short answers as yes, no, things like that. I would rather have. I would like you to do it seriously because, well, you are the first in the school to have lived this strange experience of ours, which was the distance learning, distance teaching. So I would like you to assess this experience, and I would like you to keep to think of it in general, not only with the English class or the English course, but with all the subjects you had and that you had to work with a computer. Okay? So the first question is, how did you like distance learning? Okay, I don't want to have only as an answer, I like it. Okay, how did you like the distance learning and why? Why did you like it this way or didn't you like it this way? What did you like? Okay, what did you like of that distance learning experience? What didn't you like? Okay, was there something that you think that would have to change imperatively? How many EEB1 students are there in your family? Well, this seems to be an odd question, but at the same time, you will understand later on why I'm asking it. Okay, so please answer to that question seriously. Do you think that you learned as much as you would have learned in situ? Okay, here it is. Well, what do you think about that? Did you Well, the question is quite clear. Did you learn as much as you would have learned? Maybe you even learn more in distance learning that you would have had in a course in situ. I'd like you to tell me what is your feeling about that. Was it easier or harder for you to organize yourself to follow the course? Okay, is it easier to take the bus, come here to school, and organize yourself since it is well structured when you are at school? Okay, you start school at 8:10 and you finish at 15:50, so you know that during those hours you will have to have taught lessons and that you will every 45 minutes you are changing course. Is it easier to do it that way, or did you find it easier to take all day to manage your lessons? Okay, so something like that. Did you find that the amount of work was heavier than what you used to have in regular courses, or at the contrary, you found it lighter? Here you have to think about two things, okay? First, there is, in regular courses when you come at school, well, you do have all your day of school and then you go back home and guess what you have? Homeworks. Okay? Here, you don't have to, you're not supposed to think the work you had to do at home as your homework. It would be a mistake, I think, to imagine it like that. It's rather school work. Okay, you were learning, teachers were teaching, I imagine, and you had to work on something. Then, maybe your teachers gave you also homework to do by the evening, but altogether, do you feel that you had more work to do at home that you would have had if we would have been still at school? Okay. Was it hard for you to have a computer to connect to your courses? So this is more or less, this is linked to the first question in which I was asking how many EB1 students are there in your at home, because I would like to understand if it is something that, well, as you know, it is hard to maybe if you have 2 computers at home and you are 3 students and dad and mom are obliged to work at home. Now, well, it must be hard to have a computer when you need it. So this is one thing I would like to know. How would you assess your implication during the video conferences you had? Would you say that you always were focused on the lesson, or were you doing something else at the same time? Okay, well, we did notice indeed that sometimes we are talking to, in video conferences, we are not always sure that there is someone listening, even though, or watching, even though we see that some students are there. It seems that, well, they're there without being there. So this is what I would like you to know. Now, I would like you to say, don't be afraid, okay? It's absolutely normal. I do understand that it is not the sexiest moment of the morning or of the day to be in front of the computer listening to what an old English teacher has to say. And there's no, your grade is already on the report, so you can say whatever you want to, okay? It won't change anything to your report. So please be honest on that one. I would like to know exactly how people are remaining in contact with the lesson, and how, and if they are indeed in contact or not. So it's a self-assessment here, okay, self-evaluation. What kind of distance learning tool did you prefer and why? Okay, did you prefer the video conferences? Did you prefer the video clips I sent? Did you prefer other tools? I don't know, maybe other teachers had, well, a very genius way to teach. So please, those things are things I would like to know, because we never know. Probably we're going to have a normal year next year, but there are chances also that we will have to get back at one point. We don't know. But if we ever have to come back to this distance learning thing, well, it would be, it's useful to have to know your feeling, to know the feeling of the student, to know if we are keeping you with us or if you are, well, let's say, less implicated, okay, in your lessons. So this is more or less what I wanted to say. I'm giving you all week to answer to that quiz. Let's call it a quiz. So I'm giving you all week to do it. Okay, so you have the 4 periods of the week. Well, actually, we have 3 periods here: Monday and Tuesday, and Thursday and Friday. I'm with the S3, so I won't be able to teach anyway. So this is why I can't be with you on Friday. So have a nice week, please. Please do it, because it's really something that we need to have the feedback from the students with that experience, so we can improve it if ever we need to get back to it at one point next year. So have a nice week, and I think we are going to meet Monday and Tuesday in a week. So bye-bye and see you. Thank you for everything. Bye.